underdog.
Yet another guy that proves that looks can be deceiving.
Yeah, even you get dates.
Yep. Francis is a chess master, so you know he's got a strategy in mind. I don't think either of these guys came intending to take a pie to the face in front of 300 plus here at Right Coast Pro, Nelly Segundas. A benefit for Riley Buchanan, 5-year-old little girl who needs a double lung transplant. And the RCP fans have shown up in full force to support her. Francis Kipland Stevens wearing those protective goggles. Doesn't even take his bow tie off to wrestle.
You'd certainly have to like the orange attire of Michael Blake. You could see him coming and going.
Not every elite pro can pull off suspenders, but Francis Kipland Stevens can.
He makes it work.
Collar and elbow tie-up into an arm drag.
Of course, his bow tie is positioned a little bit better than Mozart Fontaine's.
Yes, you're right on that one.
And this plays right into Francis Kipland Stevens' hands. A slower match, using your mind, using strategy. That's where he's at his best.
Leading the fans in that chant of Kip Kip Hooray before receiving a hip toss from self-made Michael Blake, who almost fell on his bottom there, using his balance, and couldn't happen to a nicer guy.
And let's not forget, as this match goes on, not only is the pie at ringside, but Mike's guy is at ringside.
I know you are super aware of where that pie is at all times.
Keep your eye on the pie.
Teasing fisticuffs. Francis Kipland Stevens and self-made Michael Blake.
But as we said, Michael Blake's guy has interfered in more matches here at RCP than anybody else.
More matches than even self-made Michael Blake has been in. Elbow drop.
So you have to keep an eye on him. Nice arm drag.
Francis exploding here. You're right, he's looking good. Another scoop slam. Planting self-made Michael Blake like a petunia. That's what you said earlier. Nice knee drop. And self-made Michael Blake calls timeout. I don't think that's in this sport, is it?
I don't believe that's the Chernikov maneuver from chess.
Kip Kip Hooray.
And self-made Michael Blake taking a bit of a powder here, as he should.
Mike's guy right in self-made Michael Blake's ear, as usual. One of the most effective managers I think I've ever seen.
And we don't even know his name.
Yeah.
He's just Mike's guy.
I want to go ask him for his driver's license now.
Keep in mind, one of these two competitors will receive a pie in the face when this match is over.
At least Francis is wearing goggles. Michael Blake loses, maybe he can ask to borrow those. No, I doubt it. Nice evasion there by Francis Kipland Stevens.
Athletic.
Flying shoulder block. Only a 1 count. Call it 2 from referee Matt Bennett. Self-made Michael Blake taunting the fans. He should really keep his focus on this matchup. Drop toe hold. Francis has that arm. To the ropes goes Stevens, and out he goes. Able to save himself though, landed on his feet for the most part. Going up. Oh, double axe handle.
And if you look, Michael Blake's guy was trying to grab Francis Kipland Stevens before he came off that top rope.
Francis very smart, just jumping off almost immediately. But he got up there, didn't get all of the move, but avoided disaster and the interference from Mike Scott. Oh! Slamming the head of self-made Michael Blake into his guy. Francis looks like he's going for a snap suplex.
I have to tell you, I'm very impressed with the technical ability of Francis Kipland Stevens. He is not just a chess master.
And here comes Mike Sky again. You hate to see this. Mike Sky continually involved in matchups. Oh! Scary toss there from self-made Michael Blake.
This might be the break that self-made Michael Blake needs to get back in this match. Thus far, it has been all Francis Kipland Stevens.
Self-made Michael Blake choking Francis over that middle steel cable. The ropes aren't very forgiving either, folks, and this drop to the forehead.
No, the ropes may have tape on them, but that steel cable underneath it
can take an ear off.
It does not feel good across the throat. Bang, bang. Nice knee to the chest, and now we're going to see what self-made Michael Blake can do when he has the upper hand.
That impressive knee drop, a signature move of self-made Michael Blake. We saw him execute that on top of a ladder that Chris the Show Stealer was under at Primus Inter Paris.
Did self-made Michael Blake just pull him down by the suspenders?
I think he's choking him with the suspenders.
Well, you wear him to the ring, it's going to happen. It's like you popped the suspender there.
I don't think anyone came here expecting to see that. Never know what Right Coast Pro is going to have to offer.
Let's hope the suspenders were for show and not hurt his pants up.
He looks to be okay so far, thankfully, for the RCP fans in attendance. 2 count from referee Matt Bennett. Michael Blake looking for that underhook neck breaker, already working over the neck with his surfboard stretch. And Francis Kipland Stevens just screaming in pain.
What a fantastic move. Self-made Michael Blake, certainly a fantastic technician in the ring. And of course, lurking about his guy.
Going for the pin, reversal, only a 2 count. And into the choke from self-made Michael Blake.
And I just noticed Francis Kipland Stevens' socks do not match. I like to see it all during the course of the match.
Taking it in.
Speaking of see it all, Francis Kipland Stevens has lost his goggles. I don't know how much he'll be able to see at this point.
Francis catapulted. Highly effective, but a 2 count. That was close.
He almost gave him a hangman using the top rope.
He's still working over that back. And Francis still hurting from that surfboard stretch. Michael Blake is going up. And Francis has lost his goggles, safety glasses. Oh! And Francis able to get the leg up. The boot to the chin of self-made Michael Blake.
And this has been a very back and forth match. Both of these guys have taken a lot of punishment at this point. Francis Kipland Stevens, a jawbreaker, and a nice drop kick has self-made Michael Blake reeling in the corner.
Trying to get the fans to rally behind him. Kip, 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 they all say. Diving headbutt to the midsection. Going for that bulldog, and he hits it.
Could be it.
Only a 2 count. Francis Kipland Stevens almost had the victory there, Jeff.
Well, and as we saw in his match with Chris the Show Stealer, self-made Michael Blake can take a ton of punishment.
Floats over into the tackle.
It looks like they banged heads there, Brandon. Both men are down.
They're in a lot of pain.
Referee Matt Bennett making the count. Of course, if he gets the 10, neither man gets up. This is a no contest.
Who gets the pie then? Maybe you get it.
Oh!
Oh no, referee down. Francis kick to the midsection. Jamming the face of Michael Blake.
Looked like an X Factor. We got 1, 2, 3.
No referee to make the count. We need Jim Dixon.
We need another ref from the back.
Or Michael Guns III to come out here.
Why'd you go count him out? Go ahead, Brandon.
I'm busy doing this. I don't think I can. Mike's guy is still on the outside, so at least that's encouraging.
Maybe Mike's guy can count him out.
Michael Blake. Swinging neck breaker. Call it an underhook neck breaker. Self-made Michael Blake's finisher. Going for the roll-up. 1, 2, 3!
ultimate underdog, Francis Kipland Stevens. Checkmate.
Look at this show so far. Sean Royal upsetting Bazooka Joe. Francis Kipland Stevens definitely on the losing side of this matchup, and then just stole the win by rolling up self-made Michael Blake.
Wait a second. Referee Matt Bennett is calling ring announcer Michael Rose over.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what that's all about, but as Francis Kipland Stevens...
Just been informed by referee Matt Bennett that the decision has been reversed.
Reversed? What? What?
Nice what? So, self-made Michael Blake has won.
What for?
I assume because Matt Bennett, the angle that he had, suggested that Francis Kipland Stevens attacked him. So Francis has been disqualified for hitting the referee. Francis is going to have to take that pie. Michael Guns.
Oh, and here it comes.
Michael Guns is not the presiding official, so Matt Bennett's call is going to stand. Francis Kipland Stevens is disqualified. Self-made Michael Blake wins, and now he's going to get that pie.
At least they put whipped cream on it.
I think you're out to clean up after this segment.
Here we go.
I'm just going to look up the map. Here it comes.
Oh! Oh!
Pie! 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 I always wanted to do that. To the face! At least it didn't get in his eyes. Mike's guy has been pied.
Mike's guy looks pie-eyed. Wow.
There is such a thing as justice.
And Francis Kipland Stevens grabs a piece from ringside and heads to the back.
Said he is the chess master and he would have a strategy, and he was just able to escape again. Francis Kipland Stevens may not have won this match, but he definitely gets the last laugh and some redemption from last night.
Well, Michael Blake's guy was holding him in place, but Queen to Queen's night 3, and Michael Blake's guy gets pied in the face, and he does not look very happy.
Tonight, redemption is the name of the game for Francis Kipland Stevens. Self-made Michael Blake says, okay, you got the pie, but I still won. Why not celebrate?
And I have to say, that's the first time Michael Blake's guy was actually really involved in that match.
RCP fans, join us on April 20th for RCP3, featuring the third Battle Royal to determine the next entrant in the RCP Heavyweight Championship Tournament. All RCP shows are family friendly. We've got plenty of free parking and an awesome facility here at the RCP Arena on Ox Chapel Road in Newark, Delaware. There isn't a bad seat in the house, even if you're standing against the wall, because we are absolutely...
Ladies and gentlemen, we will now have a brief 15-minute intermission.
There you have it. What a match and what a fitting ending, especially if you knew Michael Blake and Guy at the